to talk on one of the major things that Pitta people who have a lot of heat in their body, when they get overheated, one of the things that they get is headaches. So we're going to talk about a Pitta type of headache. Now there are Ayurveda characterizes headaches in 3 different categories, and they're all based on the doshas. So you're either going to have a Vata headache, a Pitta headache, or a Kapha headache. But because we're in summertime, we are looking at how to help relieve a Pitta headache, which can definitely be brought on by heat. So say it's hot outside, you go out and you do like something that's exerting, it can cause a headache. So heat outside and now heat from exertion can cause a headache. So what does a Pitta headache look like? Pitta headache usually starts in the temples. A lot of times people think it's a sinus headache, but in Ayurveda, we call it a Pitta headache. Starts in the temples and it goes to the central part of the head. And a Pitta headache is also oftentimes characterized by shooting pain, burning pain, piercing and penetrating pain. And definitely gets worse with sunlight or even bright lights. So if you step into a room where they have a super bright light on, that can make your headache worse. Okay, and the hot sun and hot temperatures. Also, foods that really aggravate Pitta headaches are sour fruits, sour foods in general, pickles, highly spicy foods. Those are all really going to take Pitta further out of balance. And it's also, other symptoms are nausea. So sometimes you get a stomach ache from the headache, and burning in the eyes. And then, there's kind of a fine line there with migraine headache and Pitta headache. It can definitely go in that direction. The person typically that has this kind of a headache usually becomes very irritable, and headaches for Pitta are oftentimes behind the eyes. And remember, eyes are connected to the fire element. That is where we bring in light. That makes sense. It's logical. Headaches are also related to stomach and intestinal issues. So if you've got stomach, intestinal stuff going on, it can cause a headache. And that can then also lead to some dizziness. So if you get dizzy, that's also a Pitta symptom. What helps it? Well, aloe vera is a go-to. My favorite aloe vera juice to drink, by the way, is called George's aloe vera. We can get it here at a store called Sprouts. It tastes like water. That's why I like it. I've tried some of the other ones, and they're really hard to swallow. They're really hard to take down. They're super, super strong. But the George's aloe vera is very subtle, tastes like water. But you can also take 2 tablespoons of regular aloe vera gel up to 2 times, 3 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day. Doing a cooling tea. So cooling tea would be cumin, coriander tea, equal parts. And you want to have that, and you steep it, and then you let it cool. Okay. And drink that all day. And that helps relieve the Pitta type headache. The other thing is we have pastes that we use that we put on the forehead and the sides into the temple. I've used that for quite a few clients. It's messy, but boy, does it work. So there are some pastes that you can get. Reach out to me. I can definitely help you get some of those if you want them. A sandalwood paste also is helpful. It's very cooling. It smells amazing. You can also just get sandalwood powder and mix it with a little bit of water and make it into a paste. Put it on your forehead and the temples, and you leave it there for at least a half an hour. Then you can wash it off. Soothing ghee, nasya. So nasya, remember, is the nose treatment. So that's ghee that goes into the nose, a few drops of warm ghee in the nostrils, is beneficial for soothing that Pitta type of headache. I'm recommending this for a lot of people for sinus issues. So that also helps. Eating something sweet, not sugar, but sweet taste. So it's metabolized sweet. That's going to be something like ghee, or also fruit that is not sour fruit. Okay, so have that. Nighttime mini massage. That sounds delightful. A nighttime rub using bromine oil. Bromine, remember, is going to calm the mind. And also using it on your feet and your scalp. So you massage your feet and your scalp. And you don't want to get oil on your pillow though, or your sheets, because it just damages it. Cover your head. If you have a Pitta type of headache, they're prone to getting them, and you're prone to getting them, you do not want to walk or work in the sun without wearing a hat. There's a portal on the top of the head, you guys. So just like in the wintertime, you wear a hat to keep cool in. You want to also help with Pitta by protecting that portal. So you put a hat that protects your head against aggravating Pitta, and it helps prevent headaches. That's because the heat then gets in at that portal and aggravates Pitta. All right, so those are just some helpful tips on how to deal with that heat symptom headache, Pitta type of headache. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and let me know if you need any. If you need the Pitta food list, I would love to email that to you, so reach out to me for that as well. All right, you guys, have a great evening.